Zilla Army, baby, what is going on? We're gonna do something a little different. First off, we're gonna upload onto YouTube. Haven't done that in a while. And then we are going to react to Alka. So Alka is a Rainbow Six Siege content creator, and we're gonna see what he's got going on with this video here. I have not seen this video yet. It is 10 minutes of useless information about Siege. And if you guys check me out over on Twitch, you know I am the king of useless information and fall damage and going over 5. Okay, it don't matter. It's fine. All right, let's get into the video.
Range, bullets just stop registering in Rainbow Six Siege. As you can see, I'm dead hitting him in the chest and nothing is happening. And from his end, he can't even hear the bullets.
It's really loud.
To a certain extent, bullets just don't hit people. As you can see, I'm at 231 meters away right now. But if I were to get closer to him, like let's say 180 meters, I would actually be able to kill him. Now that was just one out of many different pieces of useless information.
Okay, you're never going to be 230 meters away from somebody to hit them, but okay. All right. Useless information. Useless information.
Being that if you Finka boost in a smoke grenade, you actually take more damage faster than if you weren't Finka boosted. As you can see, this is how much damage I'm taking normally. When I activate my adrenal surge,
that was 15 at a time.
I take a lot of damage a lot quicker.
Okay.
Bringing it to the lobby, though,
that's
is
odd,
one
though.
unknown fact that you might not know about Maverick. Maverick is actually based on a real-life U.S. operative that went into Afghanistan and was MIA for over 2 years, that eventually ended up coming back to America with a lot of useful intel. We know this as he has a tattoo of Afghanistan on...
Okay, pause. What in the hell is this uniform? What? I have never seen this. I got a little under 500 hours of playtime. I've never seen this uniform. Ever.
His forearm, which is the same country that his real-life counterpart infiltrated. But for now, let's move back to Oregon. What some of you might not know is that certain operators have different knives when they knife people. For example, this is what the normal knife looks like. It's just a combat knife that you stab people with. When you're in a multiplayer lobby, Cav will actually just use her fist to down people so that she can interrogate them. Not only does Cav have a special fist that she uses, but Zero also uses a special knife. He uses a karambit instead of an actual combat knife like the rest of the operators.
Did he not show it? Am I dumb?
Stab people with. When you're in a multiplayer lobby, Cav will actually just use her fist to down people so that she can interrogate them. Not only does Cav have a special fist that she uses, but Zero also uses a special
Did I edit this video?
I'm
sorry, Alka. Sorry. That's so rude.
Also uses a robotic fist instead of a knife to kill people as well. And Azami uses one of her kunai instead of an actual knife as well. Now that one you might have known, and that's
my girl.
Fair, but most of you don't know that there's actually a hidden room in Emerald Plains that you can't get into. If you destroy this AC vent right here, there's a drone hole that actually opens. Then you can throw a drone inside of this drone hole and hop it on top of this ledge, drive all the way down, and as you can see, there is a pot of gold right here that, when broken, shows a leprechaun with a sign that says, "You found me gold. Now find me 30 lucky clovers." Speaking of leprechauns, one unknown fact you might not...
Why is he talking about Mason? Why is he talking about Mason?
No, is that Thorn was actually based on me in real life. And when Ubisoft decided to make the character Thorn, they just took one look at my Instagram. Something else you might not have known is that Capitao firebolts actually expand slightly over time. That's why right now I'm not in the radius of the fire, but after a few seconds, I was in the radius of the fire. That knowledge can be really useful as to why some people will swing out of your fire very late compared to earlier in the animation. Something else you might not have known is that Twitch's tasers actually have an infinite range. As you can see, that default camera is over 60 meters away, which is pretty far. But as you can see, I'm still able to get the default camera, and this works for even longer ranges.
I think I did know this. I think Mason told me this.
And the first tip applies to Twitch's tasers. It's safe to say that Twitch's tasers actually have infinite range. Not only do Twitch shock drones have infinite range, but so do Doc stims. As you can see, Doc is 58 meters
Hey, yo, was that... It was. Okay.
away. And when he tries to stim me, I still got stimmed, which means you can always heal your teammates no matter how far away you are.
And there was no bullet drop.
Now, many of you may know that obviously when you're playing Scopos, you're playing as two robots. An idle shell and an active shell. The lore behind these robots is that you're actually a woman in a wheelchair controlling these robots from off the map on a laptop. This is shown by the fact that every time you want to teleport, your screen zooms out and you can actually see the woman's face in the background as you're transferring to your other shell. The woman's face in the background that you're seeing obviously is the person controlling the robot.
Am I not on... Hold on. Oh my god. Okay.
A slight little detail
My
that
bad.
scared
Sorry.
the hell out of me at first, but something that's pretty cool if you're a person that cares about the lore a bunch. Speaking of the lore,
Okay,
for
I
certain
did know that,
operators,
but that's
when you
'cause I
get the
use her a
Castle
lot
Elite skin,
in
it comes with a
Canal.
new look for Castle's barricade. This barricade has dogs on the front of the barricade. The reason that there's dogs on the Castle barricade is actually an homage to Castle's lore, because part of what he would do was actually rescue dogs from abusive households. Which is
Aw.
why when you have his Elite skin, every single Castle barricade has a dog on it, even if it's a window, a single door, or a double door. That's
Okay,
also why in
adorable.
previous battle passes there have been certain card backgrounds for him that have random dogs in them. It's also why his Elite badge has a paw print on it. But for now, let's move away from lore-based information. Now, there's actually this insane interaction with Goyo and Tubarao. If you pull out a Tubarao freeze canister and you put it on a wall,
It did.
anytime you want to pop a Goyo canister, it'll pop, but it won't actually deploy any fire. As you can see, I'm shooting
Wait.
Goyos, and no fire is coming out, even after the Tubarao canister is gone. For this next piece of information, let's move to the shooting range. Now, if you have infinite ammo on in your settings for your shooting range on lane 3, as you can see when I shoot my Gon 6, there's actually a reload animation for the Gon 6, just like you can see here. It might not work at first when you try to do it, but if you begin your shooting range, and then immediately just go ahead and cancel it, then you should be able to shoot your Gon 6 and reload it. I don't know why this is in the game. Maybe later on they plan on actually giving this 2 bullets per. I doubt it, but it's just a cool thing.
Funny story about the Gon 6. So I was in a map on Border one day, and I'm not even joking. I just flipped that out and I went and shot the camera and pulled out my primary, and I go, I had no idea it only had 1 bullet. So the more you know. Never making that mistake again, though, I tell you that.
Can find. Now, for the last piece of useless information in Rainbow Six Siege, as many of you know, there are a lot of anime girl gun skins, not including things like player cards, charms.
Wow!
Or anything that isn't an actual weapon skin. There are actually 21 anime girl weapon skins in the game. I mean, just think about it. Elevate has 4 on just their esports team. And there are 35 Pro League team skins, some of which you can't even buy anymore, plus all of the bundles that might have anime girl skins
crazy.
that aren't from an esports team. There are a lot of anime girl skins in this game. Like I said, obviously you have the Elevate skin for the G36C. There's also another Elevate skin for the M4. There's the Elevate skin for AK-12.
Are you okay? Those are slick though.
Mirror skin for the Vector. Moving on from Team Elevate, we have the new R4C skin for Black Dragons.
Mommy.
It has this anime girl on it right here. Even Fearex has an anime girl skin on their Twitch DMR. Plus they have one for the P90.
Was that a furry?
There's obviously the classic ARX skin with this animated girl. I don't know if it's technically like an anime girl as most people would define it, but you get the idea.
It's
Even
anime.
Dire Wolves has a pistol anime girl skin. They also kind of have one on the Jaeger 416. D plus Kia has one for the SAS shotgun. Fnatic has one on their Buck AR. And
We're actually going through all these. Holy cow.
There's one more that I actually think I skipped over in the initial count, which is one that comes on the Sledge AR for Team Knights. Los has one for the MPX that looks like this. MIBR just came out with one for the FMG9. Oxygen has one for the Spear. Team Scars has one for the Vector, as you can see right here.
Ooh.
SSG technically has one with this Space Lady, but if we're counting the one for the ARX, I'm gonna have to probably count the...
Dude, you know, goddamn good and well, the only reason he said, I guess we'll count it, is because there's no titties or curves. You can't fool me.
This one as well. Team Secret has one for the AK. Virtus Pro just made one for the T5 pretty recently. I don't know that I really want to count this one, but Vivo Keydstars has a female animated knight on their gun, so if you want to count that one, there's that one too. And that's pretty much all the main ones that are on this page. I know that I'm probably missing a few, but you get the idea. There's just a bunch of these skins. It's honestly kind of degenerate, if anything, but I also know that some of them are kind of fire, as I do own a few. So I have a little bit of mixed feelings on it, but there's a lot of them at the end of the day because these esports teams know that they sell a lot.
Yeah,
Speaking
probably.
of sales, one thing
You know what they say? You're either a champion in Rainbow Six Siege or you get laid. I think we all know the correlation there. Okay.
want to go over is that every single headgear, at least base headgear that Frost has the Under Armour logo on it. Whether this is a sponsor or not, even the default headgear has it. So it's just something cool to look out for. Next, let's move on to bank. One thing I want to go over is that every single dollar bill, at least on bank, but I'm pretty sure in the entire game,
Oh, I have
has
heard this
Mute's
one.
face on it.
It's got,
I'm
yeah.
sure this is probably due to the fact that if they used a real life currency, there might be some legality issues with that. But it has Mute's face on it. As you can see, it says Rainbow Six on it as well, which I think is a pretty nice addition to the game. Now that I'm actually on bank though, there's something else that I want to show you. If you look around the map, there's actually quite a few of these plaques hanging around that say Bartlett University. For anybody that's new to the game, Bartlett University used to actually be a map of a college that closely resembled Harvard that was one of the first maps ever made for Siege. It wasn't really all that good of a map, and most people that do think it's good just like the nostalgia of the map, but regardless, it's still a cool Easter egg nonetheless. Now I promise this is the last Easter egg I'm going to show you, especially on this map, but if you go to this billboard and similar ones on Cafe Dostoevsky as well, you can see all of these articles on this bench right here. These articles are actually in real life articles that were made about Rainbow Six Siege that they decided to add into the game as kind of like an homage to what happened and what was published in real life by all of these news sources. So every article you see right here is an actual real article or a slightly modified version of it in real life. But for now, let's move back to the locker. Have you ever
Dude, I would love to see if somebody went through all those articles and found them and like put them on like a doc or something like that. I know a guy that's really good at looking up stuff on the internet. Maybe I'll ask him.
Oldest skin is in terms of its release date. Well, all you have to do is select what type of cosmetic you want, go to the release tab, and then scroll all the way down, and you can see at the very bottom the oldest skins you have. These aren't in order of when you got them, but they're in order of when they were made and released to the public. As you can see on my account, most of these are just elite skins that came out with the operators, but I also have some skins that came out in
elite skins sucked back in the day. Wow.
Skins, which could be helpful to know if you want to sell some on the marketplace that a lot of people just don't have. Did you know that on Favela, if you score a soccer ball in the goal like this, that announcer announces that you got a goal. But with that out of the way, my name's Alka. Check out my Twitch in the description, and then check out this next video, and I hope we'll see you there. Did you know that
that was good? That was good. That was awesome. I enjoyed that, like, feverishly. Like, 100%. That was cool. That was cool. I don't know about the whole anime thing, though. Like, that was odd. That was odd. I had no idea there were so many anime skins in the... Oh, gamers are so horny. Oh, my God. All right, guys. Well, if you liked it, hit the like, the sub, and all those buttons, all right? We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.